Hey everybody, welcome to another YouTube exclusive workout from John Garey TV. I'm John Garey. Today we are doing an intermediate mobility workout and we're gonna get right into it. So I am using, for the first exercise, 2 heavy springs. So part of this is going to be a little bit of strength because mobility is kind of a push-pull thing with some of these exercises. You'll see this in the very first one. So I've got 2 heavy springs on. I've got my head rest up for comfort. And I'm gonna put one foot on the foot bar in line with my sit bone. I'm gonna do an exercise called développé. So I'm gonna reach the other leg out long. From here, I square everything off. You want a nice neutral alignment in the spine. I'm gonna press the carriage out as I bend my knee, and then I'm gonna reach that leg up to the ceiling. I'm gonna lower and lift the leg. This is a really nice stretch for the hamstrings. I'm gonna flex and point both of the ankles, and then I'm gonna come all the way back in. Let's do that again. Breathe in through the nose as you press out. Exhale as you lower and lift. Hold the pelvis steady. That's where that mobility range comes in. Point and flex, and return. Breathe in and reach up. Lower and lift. Flex and point. And that flex and point, you should feel an increase of that stretch in your hamstring. And lower and lift. Flex and point. And come in. Let's do it one more time. Reach out, stretch. So you're pushing and pulling. Lower lift. Flex and point, and then come all the way back in. Let's do that on the other side. So line your foot up with your sit bone, high half toe position, the other leg reaching out over the bar. Press out and reach up, lower lift the leg, hold everything steady here, flex and point the ankles, and then bend and reach back over. Breathe in to stretch up, exhale, lower lift, inhale, flex and point, whoo, feel it, and come back in. 2 more. Reach out. Drop that leg and lift it. Flex and point, and come back in, and he's back. Hey, Bam Bam. Reach up, lower lift, flex and point, and come all the way back in. All right, from there, we're just gonna take the straps now onto your feet, and okay, there, Bam Bam. And one at a time. And we're gonna do a little roll back. So lower your head rest down. Start with your legs out on the diagonal. You're gonna bend your knees, and then the springs will help you roll back. Then roll back down, and press back out. So breathe in, bend the knees. You can flex your feet. Exhale, roll back. Dock your carriage at the stopper, then roll back down, and press out. Now we're gonna add to that. You're gonna bend your knees, roll back, stretch the legs up. Now from here, roll down. Try not to move the carriage here as you fold down. Feel the stretch. And then you can press out and away. Bend your knees if that's getting into your lower back at all. So bend your knees here. Roll back, exhale. Reach the legs up. Now roll down as far as you can without moving the carriage. Now connect with the glutes, the abs, and lengthen away. Really good stretch for the whole backside. Bend the knees, roll back, come on up, roll down, and exhale, press out. Now we're gonna do that whole thing laterally rotated or turned out. So bend the knees, roll back, reach, hold the carriage steady, roll down, and out. Let's do that again. Bend the knees, breathe in. Exhale, roll back. Send the legs up. Keep the legs turned out as you roll down. And then press out. Whew, feels good. Now, headrest up, back up. We're gonna go into the frog. So from here, your legs are turned out. You're gonna bring the legs up, breathe in. Then you're gonna bend into a diamond shape. You're gonna pointing your toes away. You're gonna extend and reach out, flex, and pull around. Inhale, the legs come up. Exhale, you're gonna bend. Then reach the legs long and pull around. Let's do that again. Lift up, breathe in. Bend the knees. Now reach open, try to hold the knees steady in space, and then dorsiflex as you pull around. We're gonna reverse that. Open out, breathe in. Exhale, bend into that diamond position. Reach the legs up, and then lower back down. The whole time you're really focusing on holding the pelvis steady. So you're really getting work all around the hip and the knee and the ankle, and down. One more time. Open out, bend, reach up, and lower down. Now, not too low here. Keep the ropes above you, and we're gonna go into the stag. So one leg reaches out to the side. You're getting a really nice stretch to this leg. This leg is bending and kind of guiding you, and then press back out. Inhale, bend to the other side. Exhale, press back out. Breathe in and bend. Get that stretch. Let this leg get stretched, but don't let the pelvis rock to that side, and press back out. Do that again. Breathing in as you bend. Exhale as you straighten. One more time. Coming in and pressing out. And the other side. Coming in and pressing back out. All right, and then just bend your knees, and we can take the straps off your feet here. And come on up, and we're gonna move on. Now, the next thing we're gonna go into here is our thigh stretch. So I'm gonna move this down. This is actually an advanced level exercise. So the first time you do this, you really should use a spotter, or if you're not, if you haven't done it before, a trained professional to guide you through it the first couple times. But we're gonna kneel. I have 3 heavy springs on it. It seems like a lot, but you want that to support your body weight. You're gonna kneel against the shoulder rest. And from here, you're gonna connect everything. Your hips are long, your spine is lengthened, your shoulders are open, and you're gonna hinge back here. And you're gonna feel the thighs stretch, the quad, and then come back up. And then again, just hinge back. When you come back up, you notice I do that by lifting the arms. Now I'm keeping my eye level forward, so I'm not tipping my head back. Right here, I'm looking forward and up. Now we're gonna add to that. So you're gonna hinge back. Then from here, you're gonna extend back with a slight bend in the elbow and open back. Then come back into that long line again and lift the arms and come back up. Be really careful here, guys. Hinge back, exhale. Inhale as you extend, and then forward and all the way up. All right, from there, we're gonna put these down for a second, where you can grab them, and turn and face the side. We're gonna go to just one heavy. You can even do a light spring here. And you're gonna hold the front strap, knees apart, and we're gonna do an overhead press here. So what I'm gonna do is a side bend and a shoulder press, really reaching this hand down so you get this stretch right to the side there, and then come back up. If you use too heavy a spring, it's gonna be more work than mobility. So use a spring where you get some resistance, you're pushing against it so you feel that stretch to the side and back. Just do one more here, press and reach, and then come all the way back. Now we're gonna reach across, holding on to the strap with the other hand, and you're gonna start in rotation. Be really careful on this one. You're gonna rotate and extend, and then come back down through. Use this free arm as a support beam against your side. Rotate and stretch, and then come back across. 2 more. Rotate and reach, and back down, and one more time. Reach, and all the way down. All right, we're gonna do that same thing facing the other side. So starting with our side bend, and press overhead. Use your exhale here. Keep the hips open and press and come back. And press. One more time. Press right over. Reach this hand down so you stretch to that side and back. Reach across with the opposite hand. Start in rotation, not your hips, your spine, toward the pulley. Reach up and out, and then come back down through. Reach up and out, and down through. Exhale, reach right out there. And one more time, pulling through, bend the elbow and then straighten it, and back across. All right, now from here, we're gonna bring the foot bar back up for some down stretch. So foot bars up to the top. I'm gonna use one heavy and one light spring. And I'm gonna sit back toward my heels with my spine flexed. From here, you wanna lengthen the spine first and then the legs. So you're in a bow shape. Hinge forward and come back. So keep that bow shape, coming up, shoulders back. One more time, hinge forward, and then exhale as you come all the way back into that start position. Elbows are slightly bent and angled down. Again, lengthen the spine, exhale. Inhale to push back. Exhale up, inhale back. Slide up, and back, and one more time. Coming up, pressing back, and then curl and come all the way underneath. Okay, from there, we're gonna keep one heavy spring on and one light spring on, and whatever side the heavy spring on, that's the side I'm gonna kneel on, and my other foot goes up on the foot bar for my thigh stretch. So from here, I'm gonna push with the back leg, and then press with the front leg and stretch, and then come all the way back in. Again, keep the spine lengthened, control it by holding with your hands and push the feet apart. And one more time, pushing back, stretching, and coming back in. Now we're gonna stay on this side. You're gonna stand, and your front foot again goes on the foot bar, your back foot goes against the shoulder rest, and come into this lunge position here. And then you can keep your hands on the foot bar and just straighten the front knee and come back. If you are ready for balance, you can come up and you press back here for our front split, and then come back in and press and come back in one more time and press, hands where you can see them in their front vision, and in. All right, and then come in. Now let's change our heavy spring over to the other side, and we'll do our thigh stretch, single thigh stretch on this side. So find that kneeling lunge, push back, stretch, and then come all the way back in. And again, press back, stretch away, and come back in. And one more time, press through, pushing your feet apart, keeping the spine lengthened, and come back in. Now, coming up, front foot on the foot bar, back foot against the shoulder rest in a standing lunge for front splits, and feet are lined up with the sit bones, push back, and come in. When you're ready, come up, balance, hands in your side vision, press back, and come in. One side's always a little easier than the other. Exhale back, and in, and one more time. Press, and come in, and then carefully hang on and come on down. Now go to one heavy spring, and turn your legs to face back here, and we're just gonna do our mermaid with rotation. So you're gonna reach the arm up, and then push out, and then rotate. And take a hand on either side of the bar, bend your elbows and press 3, abs are pulling in, spine is flexed and rotated. One more time. Now push down on the bar as you lift your chest. Press back out, slide your hand to the center, rotate, come all the way up, and down, reach this arm up, and go to the other side. We're gonna do that one more time. So breathe in, reach up, exhale over, and rotate. Now a hand on either side, you're flexed, bend and stretch the elbows 3 times, staying curved over. One more. Now the arms stay straight, and you slide the shoulders back and lift the sternum up and extend the spine in that rotation. Press back out, rotate back. That should feel really good. And then finish by stretching up and over to the other side. Now let's do that same thing on the other side here. So turn around, legs turn back toward the shoulder rest, hand on the foot bar, reach up, press out, and rotate. Then, with a hand on either side, bend and stretch the elbows. 3, and 2, and 1. Now slide the shoulders back, lift the sternum up, press back out, turn, come up, lift up and over, and come up. One more time here, guys. Reach up. Exhale, press over and rotate. Bend and stretch the elbows for 3 and 2. Try to keep those abs lifted. Now arms straight, shoulders down. And lift up, breastbone toward the ceiling. Press back out, rotate back, come up. Finish your stretch up to the other side, lifting instead of crunching. and coming all the way back. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for this intermediate mobility program. Remember, we do have another mobility program that's more beginner, so if this was too much for you, try that one. Hit the like button if you like the workout and subscribe to us so that you see when our next video comes out. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you again next time. Bye.